It wasn't cyber war, it wasn't sabotage, it was the sun, and it just shut us down. For weeks, solar scientists were tracking elevated activity from sunspot region AR3664. On May 13th, a massive coronal mass ejection, classified X5, erupted. Within 48 hours, signals around the world began to flicker. This wasn't science fiction. Planes were grounded, radio communications scrambled, financial networks stalled, and all of it from a star 93 million miles away. For most of Earth's history, we've been protected by a powerful magnetic shield, the magnetosphere. But in recent decades, that shield has been weakening, and the planet's magnetic north is drifting at an accelerating rate. This leaves more of our atmosphere and more of our satellites exposed to solar radiation. Many of today's GPS and communication satellites operate in medium Earth orbit, outside the densest protective layers of the magnetosphere. That means even a moderate solar storm can interfere with navigation, disrupt airline communication, and corrupt location data across the globe. Every phone, every plane, every battlefield relies on this invisible lattice, and is more vulnerable than we care to admit. And the systems behind it, they don't reboot as easily. What we rarely admit is that our civilization, our entire digital age, is built on fragile threads. Power grids, data lines, satellites. The storm shows how quickly those threads can snap. So next time you're staring into that glowing brick in your hand, remember, it's one solar sneeze away from becoming just that, a brick. This wasn't the first time the sun disrupted human technology. In September of 1859, British astronomer Richard Carrington observed a massive solar flare, what would become known as the Carrington event. Just 17 hours later, Earth was hit with a geomagnetic storm so powerful, telegraph systems around the world burst into flame. Operators reported electric shocks, telegraph lines worked with no battery connected, they were powered by the storm itself. Auroras were seen as far south as Cuba and Hawaii. The night sky turned blood red. People thought the world was ending. In 1859, we barely had wires. Today we have satellites, grids, and a digital nervous system, and it's far more fragile than copper lines and sparks. So the question isn't whether it could happen again, it's whether we've built anything that can survive it. Scientists have warned for decades, another Carrington event could paralyze the modern world. But what's new? It's just how dependent we've become. Within minutes, airline signals were rerouted, banking transactions stalled, satellite orientation drifted. The web is vast, but it's not immune. In parts of the world, it felt like the lights went out, but the greater blackout was psychological, a sudden realization that we are not in control, and that nature doesn't ask permission. This time, the storm passed, but a few degrees stronger, and we'd be telling a different story. Food supply chains, hospital systems, nuclear sites, they all run on electricity and time. The irony. We design for convenience, not for survival. Our systems are optimized, but not fortified. And now the universe just issued a soft warning. Solar storms are not new, but what's changed is us. We forgot the sun gives life, and can just as easily take it. We're lucky this time, but next time, will we be ready?